Hello, everybody. Welcome to After the Credits,
Hey.
episode 131. Your screen froze, Taz, and you look hilarious.
your your screen froze on
Oh,
my end.
that's funny. That's funny. I feel like it does that.
Okay.
It will.
Are we I think we're good.
Are we
Yeah.
good now? Okay.
I
I
think we're
feel like
good.
when it.
Yeah.
There's a
Sometimes when
lag.
it starts, it takes a second to catch up.
Mm-hmm. But welcome, everybody. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We have a very fun episode today. Obviously, we got some
Yeah.
more My Adventures with Superman and more X-Men 97. Most people tuning in, I assume, are here for the Avengers Doomsday trailer. A lot of
Yeah.
very, very fun things to talk about there. Some positives, some negatives, I think, from both of us. Not to mention some video game news with
Yeah.
Fallout and God of War. San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, so we're going to be doing some predictions. We have some other little stuff too. But first of all, Taz, how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. As I did last week, took a little break from sailing the Caribbean to be here tonight. So I've been just playing as much Black Flag Resynced as I can in my free time. I think I'm about to hit the 12-hour mark, and I haven't even started Sequence 4 yet, so that just shows you how much additional like random side quests and side content I've been doing. Like I did the achievement to, win at all of the different like tavern games, and like I've done a bunch of just like random stuff. I finally found like the first
Okay.
Animus Rift and all of that. Been just trying my best to like set myself up for late game. And this is because I've played the game like 4 or 5 times, the original game, so I kind of know how to set some stuff up and everything, trying to get all of my ship upgrades so I don't get kind of like soft locked at any areas or anything like that. But it's been a blast, man. I've been recording some footage as well, writing down some notes, so the Black Flag video is certainly in the works. I don't necessarily have a release timetable or anything on that. It'll just be, whenever I feel like I've gathered enough information. But I'm very much so enjoying the research process, if you can call it that.
Mm. That's fair. I haven't. I played a little tiny 80-bit, but it's been
Okay.
about a week since I really
Okay.
touched it. Really sailed the seven seas too much, unfortunately. But
New
no.
game comes out this week as well.
What does?
New game comes out this week. Halo Campaign Evolved. For
Oh,
anybody who did the deluxe edition pre-order, the 5-day early access, I believe. I think there's a couple days before that starts. I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to pre-order it or not. Like the deciding factor is if my brother wants to play it, because I will have time. I think it comes out Thursday. I might just get it just to be able to talk about it on here next week. So we shall see. Let me know if you guys want to see it.
fair enough. Fair enough. I've been busy with like new releases. I guess there's been
Okay.
like a bunch of movies coming out. I did the new Descendants movie. That was fine. I did
Okay.
yesterday. I did the Odyssey. Odyssey has
Oh,
been seen.
nice.
Odyssey is very good. Very, very good. Actually, it reminded me of playing Black Flag because there's a lot of
Yeah.
like the whole movie is like going to an island, finding some trouble, and then running back to your boat and sailing away. I'm like, this is Black Flag. I mean, I could just have been playing that.
Well, if you like that, there is a Assassin's Creed game called Assassin's Creed Odyssey that is literally
Oh,
like Greek
oh, the
mythology. Yeah,
okay,
it is like one of the most expansive games.
that's
It's like
funny.
a 100 plus hour RPG style game.
Okay,
Not my favorite. It's
I've
probably
heard
my
Nick.
favorite of the
Yeah.
RPG style games, but it is a lot. That's more like you're playing The Witcher than you're playing Assassin's Creed. Just forewarning you. But for anybody who enjoyed the Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's say hello to our comments here really quickly. Naruto's in the chat, says hello. Lena is in the chat. Hello, Lena. I hope I got it right this time. Lena, I hope you're doing well today. Jose's in the chat, said, "What's up? Doom is coming. Doom is coming." Um, in the good way. Cameron You know what?
Doom is
Screw
appearing. How about that? Doom is going to be in the movie. Doom will be dooming.
Hey, Cameron, how's it going? One Marvel's fan says hello. Tony, what's up, Tony? That trailer, fire, 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 fire. We will be talking about that here in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
Short Car says hello.
Hello.
Taz, do you like Black Flag? I don't think he does.
I don't
he
like it. I
No.
absolutely love it.
Oh,
It is the best Assassin's Creed game that's come out since. That's a good question. Do I want to say since Unity? I think since Assassin's Creed Unity, it's the best Assassin's Creed game.
Doom is here is probably a better way to say it, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Right?
Doom is almost here. It's almost Doomsday.
That trailer was perfect, in my opinion. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Taz, you like Rifts and Black Flag?
I only played the first one. So far, I accept it, but oddly enough, I think I would have preferred them to preserve the original modern day story. And that is a long rabbit hole that we don't have time to go down, but short answer is I like them, but they could be better.
Mm-hmm. While we're on the topic of games, we have a couple of game news. We always like to leave a little little room for you to talk about all the games that all the gaming news in the entertainment space. This one, let's talk about this one first. If it's what that's what I think it is. Remasters for Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are officially in the works. Fallout 5 is in pre-production. Obviously, we talked a lot about Fallout last year. He went on frequent, I won't say rants, but, theories about when remakes were happening and stuff like that. You have any thoughts on 3 and New Vegas coming out and doing remastered stuff?
Here's the thing, is Bethesda's finally getting their stuff together, and it's not because, the fans were like, hey, we really need it. It is more so the Xbox CEO, Asha Sharma. I remember we talked about her a few weeks ago with kind of all of the Xbox shakeups and everything. Bethesda is now kind of a first-party studio at Xbox, and it is up to them to kind of help bring up the quality of the games that are coming out on the Xbox consoles, on Game Pass, on PC, that sort of thing. And what better way to, kind of reignite the Xbox fire than by saying, not only are we getting a Fallout 3 remaster, not only are we getting a New Vegas remaster, not only is Obsidian back, but also Fallout 5 is coming down the pipeline as well. And that, again, coincides with the series that's been amazing in its first 2 seasons as well. So it's a great time to be a Fallout fan. That's the biggest thing. So I'm excited to see where this stuff goes. It's been a long time since a mainline Fallout game has come out. So Fallout 4 came out well over a decade ago now. Fallout 76 came out a little bit more recently, but it's more so like a Destiny style MMO. Not really like your typical single player focused Fallout game. So it'll be very interesting, very fun to kind of go back to form, go back to basics, and get a feel for what the new Fallout games are going to feel like with a couple of remasters. And it seems like we really are in the kind of remaster remake era and territory, and I'll be very interested to see, are they closer to, one for one remasters, or are they more so from the ground up remakes, or a little mix of both, kind of like how Black Flag Resynced was? And I think that might be my preferred method of redoing a game, is the Black Flag method, or the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remake method as well. So we shall see, but very exciting.
So I think I bought, what did I buy? I think I bought Fallout 4. It was like $10 or something crazy.
Yeah,
like
and that's probably the most accessible, because it's still a fairly modern game. The mechanics aren't that dated, and it'll run on pretty much anything. If you tried to run things like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, it's going to be very tough to do it without mods, especially on modern hardware. Like, it didn't really, neither of them really ran well when they came out. So Now, compatibility wise, it just like you need mods to actually play them properly. So that's why it's very important that to preserve the stories and preserve those games, that we
Hmm.
get a new version made for
Sure.
modern hardware.
Yeah. Well, like I was just gonna ask. Like, I have that there. Fallout's nowhere near on my gaming schedule for the next like 10 years, right? But if I was, would it
Yeah.
be better for me to wait for Fallout 3 or New Vegas, or would it be better to start with 4?
No, you can definitely start with 4. I'm trying to think of what the timeline is, because with the show, we're at the furthest point in the timeline, right? So all of the games have taken place well before what we're seeing in the show, which is why the show is kind of able to do its own thing, and it is fairly disconnected from the story of the games outside of that is just the background lore. Um but yeah, again, I think in order not to skew your perception of the series, playing
Mm-hmm.
4 first will be very good, like a good introduction. And
Yeah.
then, maybe watch some videos on 3 and on New Vegas and everything like that. To kind of get yourself excited and hyped up for the games or for the remasters of the games, but I wouldn't necessarily stress about playing either of those.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I'm in no rush, and we'll probably keep my I'm a noob when it comes to Fallout. When it comes to our discussions on it, and I think
yeah.
I always think it's at least a interesting perspective I had in season 2, especially where I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it as much as you did, but also there's a reason for that, and like
Yeah.
there's like you were just going to have a better time with it than me.
And here's the thing is I'm not even as big into the games as say like my brother is. Like I didn't even mention all the Skyrim news as well. Like again, Bethesda Obsidian. Skyrim is another big thing that
Yeah.
also again they are working on new Skyrim stuff. Skyrim's going to be coming out before any of these remasters do, but
They've been
he
saying that
my
for a while though. They've had
they've
that
been
Skyrim for
I
what,
know.
15 years or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, and Skyrim's been remade, remastered, re-released on like
Yeah.
every console known to man.
Yeah.
Like, you think that there are a lot of editions of GTA 5? Skyrim has been like the one
For
constant. What
sure.
the uh death, taxes, and Skyrim. Those are like the three constants in life, right? Um, but yeah, is my brother's a lot bigger of a fan, a lot more into the intricacies and the lore and everything, and he has kind of made me a fan of the games without playing them too much. Like I very surface level played a little bit of everything, but I haven't really played through a ton or as much of New Vegas or as much of 3 as I would have liked to because of how it runs. I've gotten a lot of my information from watching videos and reading lore tabs and things like that. So it will be fun to actually experience these games in the way that they're intended to be played now. So again, very much so looking forward to that. I wouldn't expect us to see any of these things until maybe 2028 at the earliest. I would say if we get a Skyrim next year, maybe a Fallout 3 remaster in 28, and then New Vegas 29 and Fallout 5 2030.
Hmm.
That would probably be the best prediction as of now, but of course that timetable could change completely as well. So
Yeah. Let's talk about this. This is another thing in the gaming news. Now, this one's pretty big. We're now
it
leading
is.
into more entertainment, movie, TV areas with this one.
Yep.
Kratos will officially be recast for the live action God of War series. Ryan Hurst suffered a major injury on set, and producers have decided to recast rather than wait for him to recover. Yeah, this was an interesting story. What came out on, was it Thursday? I think this came out. We were on Nerdcast, and there was like two different pieces of this. Like the first piece that came out was like the show has been put on hold until 2027, and it was like they'll have to wait 6 months to film, and I was like, oh my god, like that's a very expensive. We've seen shows have to deal with that before. I mean, look at things like like Secret Invasion had its budget quadruple because it had to pause filming in between COVIDs and then all that jazz. And unfortunately, Ryan Hurst, obviously, big name in the space, um, no longer playing Kratos. I mean, very unfortunate for him. Very sad. I also think it's very understandable, though. From what we've heard, the statement was we either had to recast Kratos or the son, the young actor, to play them, and they
Yeah.
chose Kratos, which is
Which is,
interesting for sure.
yeah, it's a tough choice. It's a tough decision. And I mean, it's a lot bigger than just the surface level, like, okay,
Yeah,
injury, whatever. Like, this was a bicep tear. So I'm going to go a little bit,
yeah,
personal training, just like
sure,
nerdy here
okay,
for a second. A bicep tear is very serious, right? So they
yeah,
were being very optimistic with they're going to have to halt filming for 6 months. No, I
yeah,
think Ryan Hurst would have to completely rest for 6 months at least, just
and then he has
to
to go through
allow
therapy.
for his, yeah,
Yeah,
at least to just allow for the muscle to heal. Number one. Number two,
hmm,
yes, physical therapy, very slow to get back into training. And then what happens when you take 6 months off of training? He's not going to look like Kratos anymore.
mm-mm.
So it's going to be another, 6 to 8 months before he's
Yeah,
back in Kratos shape. And then he's still got to be careful when he's back on set that he doesn't re-injure it and tear
yeah,
the bicep again. Like, unfortunately, this happens to actors, this happens to bodybuilders when they have to put on a lot of muscle tissue for a role like this. A lot of times they're, using, some performance enhancers to get to that point. By using those, your tendons and ligaments don't grow at the same rate as the muscles do, making you a lot more susceptible to a muscle tear like this, bicep tear, pec tear, quad tear, anything of the sort. So it is a horrible injury for anybody to have to experience, but for this to happen on set during, I would assume, a stunt being filmed, and for them to have already banked 4 episodes and have to completely say, all right, it is more cost effective for us to halt filming now,
hmm,
recast, and start from the beginning rather than it would most likely be a year and a half to 2 years before he's fully back to like
yeah,
Kratos shape and then continue to film. So from a production standpoint, from a studio perspective, it makes sense. From the actor's perspective, obviously it sucks. It's not a great situation, but it's also kind of a freak accident. Like, you would never
yeah,
expect something like this to happen. And, as silly as it is, the show must go on, right?
yeah.
Like, it's sad that he won't be a part of it in this capacity. I would hope maybe they give him a voiceover, role or something where he can be like a CG character where he could just,
Yeah.
record some voice lines or something and still at least be a part of the show.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of back to the drawing boards as far as fan casts and everything like that before we get,
Y-
actual word, and then back to the drawing board.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting too because this isn't like other actors could go through that and then come back and play a role and stuff like that. But like this isn't just a role. This is Kratos. Like, he's
Yeah,
supposed to be
such a
one of the
physical,
he's a
yeah.
god. Yeah, he's jumping and running and I know there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that could cover that up. But like I think ultimately they made the right choice. And in terms of like a
Yeah.
career, if you're like, okay, does this guy keep his job or does this young child keep their job? I'm like, well, I'm also probably maybe picking the child, right? The child has an entire career they're trying to build on their backs, sort of thing.
Here's the thing.
Um,
I think it has less to do with the child actor, because
no,
I
sure,
feel like
yeah, you're right.
I feel like that's also very like, no offense, it's a very easy recast. You just find another kid that
Yeah,
wants to be in a TV
sabotage.
show, you know. But it's more so the production halting, right? Because then you have to save, you have to save those sets that were just built and everything. You've got to save the crew.
Hmm.
It costs money to hold on to that stuff for extended periods of time. Remember what happened during COVID is like budgets went up immensely because you had to pay to store all of the, props and sets and, everything that goes into actually making a TV show or making a movie.
Yeah,
And yeah, it just, it's still going to cost them money by halting production for, I'm assuming it's going to be at least a month or two before they're back to filming. And then they're going to have to, again, start from the beginning over again. I
Yeah.
wonder if there is going to be stuff that doesn't involve Kratos that they'll be able to salvage,
Mm,
or if it might make more sense for them to just go back to the drawing boards, maybe make any small changes here or there that they might want to make. But now we've got 4 episodes of lost media this image is literally lost media now.
yeah.
So it's very interesting. And I wonder I wonder how the production was going, because there will always be that what if question in our minds now, is if this show is really, really good, oh, what would the show have been if we had kept Ryan Hurst? Or vice versa, if the show is not as good as we would have thought, oh, maybe, things could have been different if he didn't have that injury, right?
Sure.
So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I, wish him a speedy recovery, but again, just a really unfortunate situation.
I would agree. Yeah, I'll be curious to see. Yeah, just where they go, and like again, like apparently they're not going to have to repay for the episodes. Apparently, like the health insurance are going to be covering the funding for the first 4 episodes, which is very interesting that they would just do that. But it makes sense, I guess.
I mean, they have to ensure that makes sense.
Yeah.
You ensure the actors, because in an event like this, if your main actor gets hurt, then you do have to still be insured for the time, effort, and money that was put into them, right?
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Let's get into the thing that most people probably want to hear us talk about. Well, first of all, before we get into the thing itself, are you up to date on the Fantastic Four thing? The dinner every Sunday bit.
Oh, yes, the post. Yes. They post the
So,
same thing every week, but then it was different this week.
Yes, it was different this week. It had a little nugget of something at the end, which I love that marketing bit. I think that's so funny. They've been doing that since that first trailer, I think, has come out. They've done it every single Sunday since then, which is very funny. We thought it would end after the movie came out. We were like, oh yeah, it's marketing the movie, but they never stopped. And now I'm wondering, like, are they going to keep adding little things every now and again, and just to see if people are paying attention or are watching it? It's going to be very interesting. But there was that tease yesterday, and we're like, okay, what does that mean? What are they doing with that? Why are they doing that? And it was to promote. I'm going on YouTube this time, and we're not doing the French version of this trailer.
I would like the Japanese version of the trailer, please. Thank you.
It was to promote the tickets going on sale, and is that it? That is not it. I need to change my thing. The Avengers Doomsday trailer is what I'm trying to say.
You could say the Avengers Doomsday trailer.
Oh. We heard bits of it yesterday. There was rumors and rumblings that we were going to get a trailer. I didn't really believe it, personally.
Yeah, same. Because there's been a lot of, like, random MCU news that's been, like, complete BS.
Sure.
Like, Adam Driver is Magneto. Adam Driver is Mr. Sinister. Adam Driver has turned down every Marvel role that he was asked to, be in. So
there's been, like, 4 different, like, Adam Driver rumors, and I'm like, all right, guys, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think the reason I didn't really think it was coming out, because I was like, Comic-Con is in tomorrow, right? It's
maybe it ran the risk of leaking beforehand, and that's why they posted it, because they were afraid that it was going to leak. But this is, I believe, if I've seen correctly, this is the CinemaCon footage or something
that's
from
also the
months
thing.
ago.
They wouldn't have shown this at Comic-Con, because a lot of those people would be like, all right, yeah, we saw that 3 months ago,
footage.
guys.
So they're going to most likely show new footage at Comic-Con, and that will get leaked on Twitter in a few days, hopefully.
Well, typically Comic-Con stuff reaches the internet. Typically when they post the thing at Comic-Con, they release it to the public.
Yeah.
I don't think they're showing new footage of Doomsday. I think they're probably showing what's next. I think we're probably going to get some other...
that's a good idea. Yeah.
I think like if there and we'll talk about that a bit later. I want to do like our San Diego Marvel predictions a
Okay.
bit later. What up, Noah? Hey, buddy. What do you think of the Avengers trailer, bud? But we're gonna watch this. We have thoughts. We have feelings. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna do. Should we watch it straight through first and then do a breakdown of it, or
Yeah,
should we
let's do it.
pause?
Let's
Okay,
do
watch
it
straight through.
for everybody who hasn't seen it or wants to see it again.
Alrighty, let's get this thing rocking and rolling.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger
Sam.
than all of us put together, and they died.
I love serious Thor
They
again.
died facing enemies
Me too. Although I wish they didn't cut his hair.
that scared me far less than this one.
Yeah, he does just look like Infinity War Thor again.
Yeah.
Cyclops, Gambit.
Yes, sir.
Shang-Chi?
Everything that
Name
you
for myself.
sacrificed will be for nothing.
Best Disney
if
Plus
we
show
do
right
not
there.
stand together.
Here's the thing.
Put aside your petty squabbles.
Nano.
That was very
you
cool.
nothing
Yeah,
except
it
this?
is too nano.
Did you see that
If
meme? That
Yes.
that shit post.
Your
Cassie.
return has brothers
Happy
and
she's back.
sisters.
There's my goat.
But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
Erica's out.
When your friend finally hops back on Xbox because they, or no, when he hops back on PlayStation because they dropped the Black Ops 2 ports. Infinity Vision. Doomsday. This film is not yet rated.
Where are we at? 4 months, 27 days. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's just go through this thing. Let's go through this thing.
Yeah.
We have slowdown settings we can go through.
I watched Avengers Doomsday trailer at 0.25x speed. Here's what I found.
Maybe that's a bit too slow.
Yeah. And I would say if we're gonna go it in slow mo, mute the probably mute it as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got the mansion. We saw this. This was all in the.
I mean, all the
X-Men
leaks
footage.
are kind of true. And what
Yeah.
people are saying here is this is Professor X watching Tobey Maguire's Earth get destroyed, is what I'm hearing.
Really. Okay, I mean,
Just watching
we'll
from the
see.
window.
We'll see. Yeah, this is mostly all. Is that Beast back there? I didn't realize that the first time. No, it's just a
No,
blue
that's just
flare.
a
Okay.
reflection.
I saw
Yeah.
blue and I was like, was that Beast? No. Okay.
All blue mutants look the same to you?
Yeah, of course. Wasn't even mutant at all. Okay, this is the money shot. This is Victor Von Doom, our first look. I'll say, I said it last week. I am very impressed. I'm proud of you, Marvel, because my biggest fear was casting Downey.
And then
Aside
they
from
just
not
showed his
Yeah.
face all the time. Yeah.
again, I still don't love Downey as Doom. I think they should have cast a more accurate to the heritage in terms of the character. But I do have to give it to him. They're hiding the face. He's wearing the mask. I think it probably helps that they probably are betting on Evans for doing the like marketing thing for them.
Yes.
And Hemsworth. Yeah.
I just hope that Downey disappears into Doom, right? That like in 10 years time you can show somebody this movie that doesn't know really the background or anything, and you can just go into this movie and not know that Downey is Doom, and this be like a a surprise reveal for people in the future. Like he is so like lost in the role that you don't know it's him until he takes the mask off.
Sure.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure.
What do you think about too this how the suit looks? Because it's like I like it design wise, but there's just something too CG about it to me. Like especially even in later shots. Like it doesn't look practical, or if it's practical, it looks like there's a lot of enhancements to it. Like it looks like nanotech. It looks like an Iron Man. It doesn't look like an Iron Man suit, but it CG wise, design, like texture wise, if that makes sense. Like if you could physically touch the CGI, I feel like that's exactly the same material that an Iron Man CG suit would be made out of, if that makes sense.
I think I just need a better shot of it. I feel like we haven't got like a great shot. Maybe you're right, maybe you're not.
I was hoping it would be as like tangible as the new Spider-Man suit. You know, I think that's a good word to use. Tangible, I think. Like,
I have some visual critiques of the trailer. There's some shots I don't like.
So do I.
This isn't, at least to me, one of them, but I get it.
It's just dark. It's just too dark. Like, where are the colors?
Let's listen to the voice really quickly.
Something we may not be able to deter before this day is done.
Do we like the voice?
I mean, on first listen, you can't tell that it's Downey, but then I'm like, oh, it definitely kind of is.
I didn't hear it until I was listening for it. Like when it was happening, I was like, who is that? And I feel like if you didn't know, I wouldn't be like, that's Robert Downey Jr. But listening to it, like, okay, I can hear it's Downey doing an accent. It's not bad. It's not good. Again,
it's like if Downey tried to do the Mandarin's accent.
Sure. What's the structure behind him? Do you see that?
I've been playing too much Black Flag. It kind of looks like a ship.
It kind of does. A ship, and here's that sun. Maybe is this after he's destroying whatever Earth that was or whatever?
Yeah,
if it is Toby's Earth or whatever.
Might just be like some power lines or something.
Yeah, let's see. Avengers Tower's back. Did we see?
Yeah.
We had Avengers Tower back in Thunderbolts, right? She bought the Avengers Tower.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this is probably, I guess this might be home base for a while. I'm really curious to see I think my biggest thing is like there's a lot of teams together. I'm really curious to see how they
what the dynamic is. Yeah.
The dynamics, but also just the time lapse of all of the characters together. Because we've seen Fantastic Four together, X-Men together, Thunderbolts, they're all in different places and they merge eventually, seemingly pretty early based on this trailer. So I'll be very curious about that. But it is cool just to see the A back, to see that it is back after when last time we saw it, officially, being active. What, Civil War? A little bit was it Infinity War or no?
I think so.
Was it?
I think well, no, also too, wasn't it in Endgame in the compound? Where they were time traveling from? And then also too, the teleport pad I think was an A.
Okay.
Or the time travel pad.
All right, this is one of the shots people are freaking out about. New Fantastic Four suits. They got the vests. I kind of fuck with the vests. I don't know. I kind of like it.
They're nice.
I know a lot of people do not.
It's interesting that Thor is walking in with the Fantastic Four, so Thor finds them or meets up with them or something.
Well, here's the question: were they in the jet? Is my question. Okay, yeah, because that's interesting because they're here. They're coming in from here, but we also see them in Wakanda meeting with Shuri.
Yeah.
And we'll talk
so
about that
this
later,
might be not be we might be seeing visuals that are not representative of the voiceover that we're getting. You know what I mean?
Giving justice. I guess I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm easy to please. But man, Thor and Reed are going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think they're going to. They might have a very similar Star-Lord, just Thor dynamic. I feel like.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man, I'm gonna miss the Guardians in this.
do we know they're not?
No, well, traditional team Guardians. You know what I mean? Like,
There's a world where I think Star-Lord could be in it. I could see like he's on Earth right
well, that is interesting. You're right. He is on Earth.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think he's probably more for Secret Wars, to be honest with you. Like, especially if my theory is true about the like young Avengers, more so being in the second movie. I don't know. Okay, well we're walking in. We got the merger, seemingly the merger of New Avengers and Sam's Avengers. They don't look happy together. They're probably still not in great terms. Again, I'm really curious how quickly that are we dealing with that at all? The fact that we have two separate
I feel like
odds.
I feel like they're basically gonna just be like, okay, we might have some differences to settle on like who's the legitimate Avengers, but like there's a interplanetary, intergalactic, multiversal threat out here. Let's put the petty squabbles to the side for a minute. We'll figure it out later. We just need to work together and stop whatever's coming.
And I'll say that does make me a little sad because I love the idea of that plot line. Like, I think that's a really fun idea. I said after Captain America 4, I was like, oh, that should have just been Captain America 4. Like, Falcon and the Winter Soldier should have been a movie. And then that would have been a great sequel. Is like Sam and Bucky's two opposing teams going at each other. And then that could have been a really good, like, setup for this movie to be like, okay, this is who the Avengers are now. This is who the team is eventually, and now we're going into that.
The Avengers versus the Avengers with a Z.
Yeah. Paul Rudd still looking good, still doing his thing.
Wearing the same suit that he's had for the last 10 years.
I wonder if he's going to address the fact that like Kang is coming and that we got to prepare for him. Like I could see it being played for a bit, being like, you know, Thor coming in is like, oh, this guy, he's stronger than anything I've ever faced. He's like, yeah, Kang, yeah, he is strong. What? Who the hell is Kang? I could see them having.
I doubt Kang is going to be mentioned. I think we are going to erase all thought, mention, or even reference to Kang.
We'll see. I don't think Scott's making it out of these two movies. I do think he's one of the people on the chopping blocks. I think he's been like doing it enough now. He's been doing this for so long now. He feels like, okay, he might be primed to have that like sacrifice play. Especially since I don't think we're ever getting another Ant-Man movie with how not great Quantumania did. I mean, it didn't do bad, but it didn't do great either. So,
no offense to Ant-Man or to Paul Rudd, but I feel like these deaths in Doomsday and Secret Wars would have to be meaningful. Who would genuinely, who would be upset at Ant-Man dying?
You don't like Ant-Man?
No, like I do. Here's the thing, I do.
I would be,
but that's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I would shed a tear for any other character, but especially after Quantumania, I'd be like, yeah, that sucks. Oh, well.
I love Scott. I love Scott a lot.
Yeah, like I feel like the deaths would just have to be more meaningful. It'd have to be somebody that we have spent a lot of time with. Yeah, Bucky potentially, but I feel like he's got a lot more story to tell though.
I could see Bucky. I could see it. Do I want them to do it?
I saw a very interesting theory that somebody presented. Is basically going, I guess, kind of getting a little bit ahead of myself, but with Cap coming back, that obviously this is a version of Cap that this is pre what we see at the end of Endgame, but the end of Endgame Cap has already lived through Doomsday. So the reason he gives Sam the shield is because he sees what Sam does during Doomsday and Secret Wars.
That's a fun theory. That's fun.
And I like that. And whether or not that was initially the plan or not, I like that idea. And it also too gives you kind of that peace of mind of like, Steve is a legacy character. He's back, but don't worry, he'll be fine because he's got to get back to Peggy, right? Like I think that's something that you can also
I don't think he goes back to Peggy. I don't think that.
But I think it's the same. I think it's the same Steve. I think he just goes back to. He literally gets pulled in for one more mission, and then he's allowed to go back and live out his life.
I think that's the whole reason this movie exists, though. Like, I think him going back in time creates like an anomaly that like, strips through the time stream or whatever. Like, I think he fucked all of this shit up.
I think so as well. However, again, is we have distinct points for him, obviously, in the timeline. I think it's one of those things of time travel where everything that happens was always meant to happen, no matter how messed up it is. So I think this is just, again, a piece of Captain America's journey, a piece of Steve Rogers' journey, might I say, that obviously he has to get to or get through to then still get that happy ending that we saw at the end of Endgame, because that would then one of the biggest things for me with Doomsday is that it cannot undo the emotional weight of Endgame, right? Like you can't. There's a few things that you can't touch, right? You can't undo Tony's sacrifice.
I think you can't already undoing
you
it,
can't
though.
undo Steve's happy ending. You can't undo Black Widow's sacrifice, right? Like you can't. There's like I think constant points that have to be what they are.
I think,
similar to Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they didn't undo Wolverine's death; they just picked another version of Wolverine, right?
I don't know if Steve is one of those moments though. Like I think Steve probably fucked up by doing that. Like I think he made the selfish choice. Can I be honest? I think Chris Evans is staying. Like I think they want Chris Evans for more stuff after this, unfortunately.
It's so funny too, is he's been in Deadpool and Wolverine as Human Torch, and now he's back. He couldn't stay away. And RDJ couldn't stay away. And I'm pretty sure they'd do Thor 5 if they wanted to as well.
I think RDJ would have been fine. Like I think he would have been content, but they're like, but money. Where like Chris Evans,
money and all your friends are coming back too.
Evans, I feel like never really. Like, I feel like Evans left because his friends were leaving. Like it felt like, all right, it's time to wrap it up. Like I think Downey was done. I think Downey was like, all right, I've done 10 of these movies, and they're like, okay, let's just wrap all the storylines up. Looking back on it, I would have just not have had him go away. Like he could have taken a break. He could have, gone to the moon for years. Like I think looking back, I would have had them just not do that. And then he could have stuck around and do the like, I'm just Steve Rogers. He's doing stuff with Steve Rogers. You can still have that same moment of him taking up the mantle and not do the saying goodbye to Steve. And then I think this moment hits harder because it's just like, all right, we're undoing the thing.
Here's a good question for you. Did Endgame happen too early? Now that we're kind of if we're undoing some of this stuff, if we're bringing back some of these characters, if we're soft rebooting the universe, like, yeah, it's been over 10 years, right? But like,
yeah, I mean, I think for Downey it felt right?
Yes,
like, I think
for
Iron
sure.
Man, but like Scarlett Johansson is someone that I could have seen do more. Like I felt like we just started with her.
Yes.
So was Endgame too early? No. Was getting rid of some of these characters too early?
Was the end point of Endgame too early? Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. I do kind of agree with this. I think they want to keep Evan because I think they want to do Captain America 5, and I hate this. I hate this so much, but I don't think they trust Sam to lead another movie by himself. Like,
in my mind, Captain America 5 is all three of them. It's all three Caps, probably.
I think and I hate that. I hate that so much. I want Sam to lead his own franchise and to be that guy, but I don't think they trust it. And that sucks to me. That really, really sucks to me.
Because the TV show didn't do as well as they hoped, and the movie certainly didn't do as well as they had hoped.
Yeah. All right, let's watch. We're only 30
Yeah,
seconds.
I know.
Like,
I'm sorry. We went way tangenty
It's
there.
okay. I don't know. Let's look at this shot.
Let's talk about this one frame for the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
Go.
We got the Fantastic Four back there. I also realized Johnny has a little jackety thing.
Yeah.
Ben doesn't, because I guess it's the only one that wouldn't fit. And so, okay, yeah, we got Fantastic Four. We have the new Avengers. And we got
We have
half.
the old-
I realized
The
it's
old
just-
Avengers.
I guess I wonder, like, where's the rest of Sam's team in this shot? I'm curious. Like, where's
That's it.
Shang-Chi?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. He's all fighting Gambit.
I mean, it's also tough because I don't know who's in the new. Is Thor in the new Avengers? Maybe. New Avengers.
Yeah.
Is Black Panther in the new Avengers? Like, I'm trying to think.
I
who
would
else
say
was not
anybody
lined
that's
up.
not a Thunderbolt is in the Avengers, Sam's Avengers.
Where's New Falcon at in this shot? Right, like it's those
Right.
kind of things I'm
Yeah,
curious
there's
about.
quite a few people that aren't there, and I think that I
Yeah.
did see some shots later with the new Falcon and stuff like that. So
Yeah, he. I mean, yeah, he's in the trailer.
yeah,
I'm
they're
just
there. Yeah,
curious.
they're there. Yeah. This is just like almost
Does-
like the heads of the family meeting. Basically, this is
Does
this is
John
the big kids table.
Walker- I'm trying to see. Do we see John Walker shield or like throw a shield throughout this or hold a shield? I cannot see.
I think
his
he's got
upper
some. I think he might have something in his. No,
He- I think he's
Does
holding
he?
something, but I can't. I guess what I'm wondering.
Yeah, it looks like he is. Hold on, I think I have a thing
Is
that
it
I pulled
still
up with
bent?
like some
is what I'm
some higher
wondering.
quality photos. Oh yeah, he's got a shield. Yeah, it's still a bent
Does he?
shield. Hold on.
Is it?
Let me share a
damn
screen on
it.
this. Because I actually, this is a great thread. Is somebody posted like 4K shots of the whole trailer. So if we look in there,
Okay.
oh no, I'm doing the wrong thing.
If it's if it's Ben, I need them to fix it like early movie because I do not want to spend an entire film with a bent shield.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Bent
There's a
shield.
shield there. Okay.
Yeah.
What up, Harrison? Where's Hulk in Doomsday? I'm still not convinced. I think Hulk could still be in Doomsday. I could totally see them just not showing him because they want to like build up to where we see him in Spider-Man. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I mean, isn't Spider-Man supposed to be before Doomsday?
It is. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see, says the blind man. There's our Namor.
There's our Namor. I really like Namor, man. Our friend Jake isn't, but I really like Namor. And I mean, you still haven't seen it, huh? The
No.
second Black Panther movie.
Nope.
Yes. We'll have to get you caught up on that one for this movie.
It's funny. As silly as it sounds, I kind of don't want to watch it without Chadwick Boseman, and I
it's
know
so
that's kind of the
good.
point of the movie, but it's just like I can't bring myself to watch it.
It's so
Like it,
I-
it's that's kind of I don't know.
I get it.
Just,
I get it. I
doesn't.
get
It's not gonna feel the same. And I've heard enough about it. I'm like, I don't need to see it.
I like it more than the first Black Panther. That's
Interesting.
That's my hot take. I think it's like top 10 MCU of all time, but that's a hot take. That's a most people do not agree with me on that.
That's a story for another time.
hmm Shuri, very glad Shuri's back again. We haven't seen her since 2022 when that movie came out.
Was she
Excellent.
actually in Ironheart, or was that just a flashback,
That she wasn't. No, I don't think she was.
or
in
part of the recap or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
died facing enemies
Fuck you.
and threats.
That's interesting. I'm trying to look at that shot really quickly.
I was like, are those Atlanteans?
Yeah, they're part of like Namor's.
They look like Avatar people.
Spoilers for the end of the movie. Namor and Namor's people and Shuri's people kind of join forces to be like, we don't like each other, but to protect each other's people, we will team up together and we'll be like an alliance, basically.
I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I accept it.
It should also be said, spoilers for that movie, M'Baku becomes king of Wakanda.
Interesting.
So I love that character. He's so much fun.
Yeah, he's cool.
So I'm really excited to see just more of him in this movie.
Threats.
This is is that a Charles statue?
Let me see. Let me inspect my my thingy.
It looks
Oh,
like
no.
a ball.
There's not a
It
full-
could just be like an ancient Greece statue or
It's just
something.
like
But
a
it looks.
statue. Yeah, I don't see a good full shot of it here either.
But Thor lands.
He lands at the feet of the statue. And I can't
bunch of
really make
other
out anything. Yeah, I think
broken-
that's
Yeah.
that's most likely a sentinel.
Yeah, this
maybe?
could be. Is he in like the X-Men's world? Like, is this
This is
where
either yeah, it's either a sentinel or could it be a celestial?
that'd be
No.
ballsy? They brought back Internals.
I think it's too small.
I'm just
too.
saying, like, this kind of looks like. Let me go back. Hold on.
It
let me
could
go
be the
back.
destroyed X-Men world.
Like, is it the
You're right.
same? If so, how is Thor there? Like, is he just traveling the multiverse?
I guess
sent him? Maybe
I guess
Loki sent him?
Stormbreaker is allowing him to travel the multiverse, maybe?
Yeah, or Loki too. He could be like, all right,
That's true.
I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be so nice to see Thor and Loki together again, and like this redeemed version of Loki.
Yeah.
But
I
also,
think-
what version of Loki is this? Because at the end of Loki, he's literally sitting there weaving timelines. Is he
I think
allowed
it's
to just
that
go take a break? Can he just like get up from his chair and go do stuff?
I think he's
that a-
probably. I don't think he's probably pulled away. I think.
Is that
maybe.
allowed?
Like,
Or is he just
I think-
projecting himself the whole time?
that could be too, or like he's literally like maybe that's like that could be the problem is he's not there like guiding all the different timelines. Like, he's like
Ooh.
Doom rips them from his chair or whatever, and he's I don't know.
Or
I
he
feel
made
like
he made a copy of himself. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the Loki stuff is during season 2. Oh, so it's like a different. I guess it could be a different Loki, right? I guess it technically could, but I feel like Loki is probably going to be the like MacGuffin of the movie. Like I think it's going to be like, yeah, he can just kind of do stuff for us, and you know, he's the
Loki
plot.
pulling up like Oliver in the one episode of Flash season 9.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Loki.
Loki.
Got Stormbreaker. That's Doom, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of a better. I guess not better shot. But
Okay.
Thing
I guess
shot?
it's no better time than the present to talk about this. Go back to that shot there where
This
we're
one?
just kind of in. Yeah, where we're just kind of in the wasteland here. What does this remind you of?
I don't think I mean I know you mentioned it looks like AI. I don't agree that it looks like AI. I don't think AI
So-
is good yet.
I won't say like it doesn't necessarily look like it's AI generated, but it looks like the stuff that the AI was generating when people were making fake Doomsday trailers.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's just like nondescript, destroyed, empty background. And it also just looks like the same place that we were fighting Thanos. You know? That's my biggest critique of it, is it doesn't look unique. Like, yes, I know this isn't Battleworld, this isn't Secret Wars currently. These are supposed to be worlds that have been destroyed by incursions. I'm guessing that's what this is a, incursion destroyed world. But like, I don't know. I just want more visual flavor.
Oh, that's
to
crazy, Shurkar. That's crazy.
Huh.
I think it's because all the shots look empty. Like I
Yes.
think I had a hard time. Like I've really enjoyed this trailer. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Like
And that
my
might be what they're
Discord were-
going for.
People in my Discord was like, "How can you like a trailer that you thought was a bit messy?" And I was like, "I don't quite know." But I think what it is it looks just empty. Like not
Yeah.
even in my excitement because I am excited for almost everything we're doing here. But like all the shots are just like a character standing there or like a character just like in a background. Which
Yeah,
isn't
and
always bad, but
to an extent, though, I guess this is what I wanted because I don't want them to reveal a ton, but I also want them to convey the identity of the movie through the trailer. Right? Is I want to understand what the tone of it's going to be. I want to know what the visual, art style and direction of the movie is going to be. This trailer to me is just a quick montage of a bunch of characters standing in random places talking about some imposing threat. It could be anyone talking about anything in any place. Like it's not specific necessarily to Doom or to Avengers Doomsday. Like, we have no idea why Doom is there, what Doom wants, what's going on. Like, if we're showing if this is supposed to be a trailer and not just a teaser, I don't know. I think it's suffering from the same thing that those little, like, those 30-second teasers were suffering from as well, is that they didn't seem to connect and they didn't really make sense. Like, it I can make sense of it because I've seen the leaks and I understand what the movie is kind of supposed to be about. But I feel like for the general audience member, you'd sit there and you'd watch this thing like, I thought the Avengers were over. I thought Endgame was it. What are we doing? And it kind of looks like Endgame. Doesn't it? Like like, you know how Infinity War had its own visual style and flair to it. Like, you can distinctly tell the difference between Infinity War and Endgame, and you can tell the difference between the first Avengers movie and Age of Ultron. Like, they all look distinctly unique and they have their own identity. But this, it just seems like more Endgame. And for better or for worse, right? And I feel like that's what they've said is that it's supposed to be a sequel. Yeah. So for better or for worse, but I don't know. I wanted more from it, right? I feel like I'm making kind of a stance here with the trailer left me wanting, but it left me wanting some sort of actual, like, emotional connection to this. Like, it just seems like a bunch of characters in CGI backgrounds that I don't care about, oddly enough. Like, again, I feel like I said something very similar to this when we were talking about the the concept art last week, but it just, I want a movie like this to provoke some kind of emotion from me, and this trailer just isn't doing that. And it's not that it's a bad trailer. It's not that it, doesn't look good or it doesn't look interesting. It just isn't. It's not hitting the dopamine in my brain the way that I want it to, right? I guess that's maybe the best way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't agree with all that, but
yeah,
I get where you're coming from, and I do think there is a lack of like I don't know, it is a lot of just like green screen effects in these characters, and I think I get the emotional effect because I adore these characters that we're playing with, and I'm like, getting to see these characters interact is what I've been waiting 6 years for. So I think that I don't know. I'd say I agree and disagree with you all at the same time.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I mean, and like in one breath, it's like, oh, it's so cool. It's basically like you take your entire toy box and you're smashing all the toys together like you did when you were a kid. Like, that sounds fun on the outside. But again, when I'm looking at it, it just, I don't understand why we're taking all the toys out of the toy box and putting them in the same place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm really curious how this looks once with finished VFX and such.
Yeah, I am too. We're still like 6 months out. That's the other thing to think about, and I know I need to keep that in mind as well.
All right. Is that the mansion? Is this? I
think that's the X Mansion. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so more shots of that. There's the money shot. This is one of the shots too where I'm like, I kind of wish it wasn't so foggy, right? Like, this is
yeah. Again, that's like, visual noise. Like, it just looks cloudy. Like, for example, just humor me here for a second. Let's look at something like just like a screen cap from an early MCU movie, right?
Sure.
Like, let's say, let's take something that's like a promo image. Give me something here. Give me something.
I do love this suit though. Like this movie is worth it alone just having him in that suit.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
And this is a good point. It is supposed to be smoke. I just think for your first proper shot of that suit, like, let's see the whole clip of it.
Then this one.
And again, I'm fine with the smoke, but like, don't you wouldn't want that as your trailer shot, I guess, would be my argument.
It just, I don't know. It's almost like they're trying to hide the visuals with effects. It's like when you're not confident in something, so you put a bunch of like fancy stuff around it to make it look good. Like you make a PowerPoint presentation for school, right? And you're not necessarily confident in the information, so you put a bunch of really cool transitions and like nice looking pictures and things like that to surround the information. But if the information itself is not good, it's not a good project.
Sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I adore this suit though, and I want.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Like, I was looking for like thumbnails for the stuff, and I was having a hard time finding like clear images. This scene's sick. I'm super excited for this random ass fight scene, but I'm excited for it. Just having Shang-Chi back at all brings me much joy. It's been 5 years since we've seen Shang-Chi. Makes sense. He was supposed to be in he was supposed to be like the main character of like Kang Dynasty, so makes sense. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you happy that like Gambit's back? Are you happy to see him?
I am. Yeah,
but
I am. I don't have a problem with it at all. Like literally let Channing Tatum play Gambit and everything. I don't care. Like he's wanted to play this character forever. Just give it to him. Like
I think it's nice he gets the chance to do it before we reboot, because he obviously cannot do it in the next reboot.
We'll see about that.
He's like,
I mean, if we keep Downey, if we keep
I don't think we're keeping Downey.
If we keep Chris Evans, if we keep,
but again, we're doing a young cast.
Hemsworth, like if we keep some of these guys, then there's no reason why we couldn't keep other legacy actors and characters, right?
But I think we're like redoing, like we already know we're getting a whole new cast of X-Men. I mean, especially if Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. You can't have Sadie Sink as Jean Grey next to I mean, I guess you could.
You could, because you could have an X-Men team where some characters are older, some characters are younger. Like, it's happened before. Think about X-Men Evolution, right? Is like you had the kids, and then you also had like Storm was one of the teachers, and like Beast was a little bit old. Like, you could do that as well.
I don't think you should. I think X-Men are the one you should start completely fresh, personally.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, that fight seems great.
Everything that they sacrificed.
More Loki. He has his like little TVA thing. Man, I'm so curious how much of it this season. Like you said, not in a chair.
Right. Like which Loki is this though? Like what version of him is it? Is it chair Loki? Is it Loki from a season of Loki? Is it, I don't know. Is it another variant? Who knows?
You could get multiple Lokis, right? It's possible.
Yeah.
If we do not.
This is interesting. We got the like water coming up over the ocean. I'm also curious, like, is this when they first is this where they land? Like, does the in Thunderbolts, did the plane land? Or was it
No, I think it was just entering the atmosphere, I believe is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is where they first land. Like, is this where they... I guess it might make sense that, like, Reed might be like, I'm sensing the most technological atmosphere in this area or something.
Yeah.
Like in Wakanda or something. Or even in the sea, because he's like...
And so what, is Wakanda now surrounded by water because of the Namor team up?
I don't think so.
If we do not stand together.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, look at that. They like parted the sea.
Yeah. It's very
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Oh, and there's your
Oh.
Falcon 2.
Oh, is that Bucky next to him?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
Bucky. Oh.
So you've got Ben, Sue, Bucky, Falcon 2, and is that Ghost?
Is that Ghost? Yeah, I
I
guess it
think
is.
Ghost behind you.
So
Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, maybe they meet in that first, and this is them landing here to meet the Wakandans. Maybe, like they
Yeah.
had their like big meeting, and they're like, okay, we need to go get Shuri for the mission or whatever. I don't. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch Falcon and Ghost and stuff being and Bucky. Fascinating. It'll be nice to have Shuri and Bucky again, just being able to have
Yeah.
their interaction.
Put aside
Yelena.
your petty squabble.
That's Yelena with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Why is Reed looking scared?
Aside your
What is he scared of?
petty
And
squabbles.
Sam is back there with the shield.
Is he?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is that Sam or is it just a shield?
It's definitely Sam. I think.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a suit.
Okay. Yeah. Again, like, oh, there's Herbie too. Herbie's here too. That's interesting. That is interesting, actually. I wonder if their Earth is destroyed at this point, or
Yeah.
is it still?
Put aside your
I don't know.
petty
That's interesting.
squabbles.
He turns into her. That's awesome. I love that shot. That's sick.
I saw somebody saying that Mystique should have turned into Scarlett Johansson,
Yeah.
Black Widow.
I don't know if she'd know who Scarlett Johansson was, but yeah, that would be
No, but you know what I mean.
very fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be very fun. I'm wondering if we take the morph route with her character in this movie and like cameos, have her turn into
Oh yeah.
freaking some. It's Daredevil. Oh my god, it's great. You know what I mean? And it's just her. I don't know. I think that's gonna be a very fun fight scene. We've heard that she is one of the leads of this movie. That also makes me very excited.
Presume
And for
nothing
some reason,
except
she's in
this.
Spider-Man as well.
If
Yeah,
you
we'll see.
return.
Cassie
More-
is in this.
Yeah. And also more sad Charles and Magneto stuff. Like, can we give these two a break? Can they just like be happy and be friends for like 5 minutes?
Well, this is the first time we're meeting those Charles and
Yeah.
so we have some ground to cover.
You will
Oh yeah, I want to talk about Cassie. Great to see her back. Hot take, she's my favorite Cassie we've seen personally.
Okay.
Also, just it's nice to have a young Avenger in this movie. I lost where I was. Oh yeah, there. Is she going to be actually part of the fight, or is he like, all right, I gotta go take care of this. You stay here or whatever.
Stay here and protect the world while we're gone, and then that's how the Young Avengers get assembled.
Yeah, I mean, Kate Bishop is highly rumored. Kamala Khan's highly rumored. Take it as you will, you know.
Yeah.
But
Ironheart.
I'm here for it. I do kind of think that's where the movie like ends. Like I think that's one of the cliffhangers is all our main heroes. It's weird because I don't want them to copy what Infinity War did. Oh, they got blipped. Like I don't want them to get blipped, but I do think it's going to be like a.
Oh no, they're going to get transported to they're going to get stuck on Battleworld. Whether or not they get transported there or they go there intentionally and get stranded, is they will be stuck on Battleworld.
And then I think that's the post-credit scene is the Young Avengers having to step up and be like, all right, well, let's go save them, I guess. Or like, oh, we have to step up and deal with this kind of thing.
I would say yes, but the fact that are we not getting a movie in between these now? There's no, is there a movie in between? Okay.
Not right now. There's no
So
movie.
here's the theory, if there is no movie in between them, is the entire multiverse collapses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is I think every Earth gets destroyed. Every world gets destroyed except Battleworld. So it's literally just the Avengers and Doom on Battleworld versus whatever the larger cosmic threat is. And they're going to have to team up with Doom come Secret Wars to restore the multiverse, and that's when you get your God Emperor Doom and all of this crazy nonsense stuff, and then they're gonna have to coexist post Secret Wars. That's my ultimate theory here. But
really...
I would like them to pull like almost like a Crisis on Infinite Earths thing, where whole multiverse gets destroyed except for this one little pocket dimension safe haven, and then it's up to them to restart the whole universe, and that's how we get the reboot. Is everything and everyone is dead, is gone completely, and then they have to reignite it.
I would agree. I think we're looking at like a WandaVision situation with Secret Wars. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Also, come Sunday or come Saturday, I do think we might get an announcement Saturday of something. Like this comes out December. There's not another Marvel movie until the following December. They have time. They have time, especially if they've already been working. Like if like a script is done, if like a script is finished, they would have to work fast.
I don't think that there's anything that could come out unless they somehow secretly already filmed a movie. Because think about how movie production is now. It takes at least 2 years for a movie to come out from start to finish.
Depends on the movie, though, right? Some movies can be made pretty quick. Marvel movies,
I would say special presentation or a series, yes. But a full-fledged MCU movie, no. Again, unless they have filmed something without our knowledge, which it would have had to be done completely on a soundstage, which is possible if it's Battleworld. But I doubt we wouldn't have heard of it.
Sure.
You know? I think the best possible scenario is we maybe get a TV series or a special presentation that shows us what life is like on Battleworld or what is going on outside of Battleworld if there is still multiverse left. Maybe an anthology series or, again, like a special presentation, that sort of thing. But, I think literally borderline, like Short Card just said, borderline impossible for another movie to come out in between Doomsday and Infinity War. No, I don't think it's possible. Like I genuinely
would have to be done and finished, and they would have to start filming Sunday. Like they would have to do it. Like they would have, but I do kind of agree. I do.
But and also too, the biggest thing that we were talking about too is the CGI that doesn't look so great. Would you really want them to crunch a movie in a year's time?
Depends what the movie is too, right? Like if it's a Doctor Strange 3, no. If it's this is just an example. If it's like a Bucky movie, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. They can make a Bucky movie in a year, a low budget, we had Clayface was made in 6 months, again, we'll see.
From announcement to release, it's still been over a year.
Sure. We'll see.
Yeah.
You will return as brothers and sisters.
I'm glad they kept this in. I was worried about this shot because there were rumors that Cyclops shot was just, I can't find it now. That Cyclops
the one where he's just optic blast.
It was rumored that this was only for promo stuff, that it wasn't in the actual movie. The fact they showed it twice makes me more confident it's actually in the movie, which makes me excited.
Yeah.
I think it looks great. Those two are interesting. Are they fighting or is that just editing? I think it's just editing.
I think that's just editing.
Still showing them together is interesting. Having those two just be the two you show together is fun.
Mark my words.
There's the big moment. Yeah, I mean, this is the shot everyone's making fun of. It's not great. It doesn't look great, but they do have time to
polish
do their work. Yeah. I also said it. I don't know if I said it before or whatever. I don't love that his hair. I don't know. It's like, oh, this is how people remember it. So let's cut his hair again. I'm like, but I want the short. I want the short hair. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. I do like that it's an homage to like the Thanos moment. The like you should have aimed for the head moment, and I think
as he's going right for it. Yeah.
is to show contrast of like, oh no, I'm much more powerful than the one you fought before, kind of thing.
We're going to need a miracle.
Okay. And then it's the Steve stuff, which we've talked about already in grave detail. I don't think we need to go over it again. I mean, listen, I was happy to see him again. Like, Steve is my favorite. Steve is probably my favorite. He's one of my favorite characters in fiction, like this version of that character. And while I do have my concerns of how they're going to do it, I think if it's done with respect and it makes sense for the story they're telling, I'm kind of here to hear him out. I'm kind of here to see him out. I do think it's very sweet how, like, I don't know, complex he is about seeing his friend again. And I really hope that's one of the things we really focus on in this movie is he's just looking upon the people he's lost. He's looking at, he's lost his father and his brother and Jane and Tony and Steve and Natasha and all these people that he's looking upon, and he's going to be seeing his friends again for the first time in a while. But is it worth it? Is it, whatever? Like, I think all that's going to be interesting. And he, like, Thor is like the main character of this trailer. I'm wondering, like,
that was not on my bingo card, was for Thor to play such a pivotal role.
I'm here for it. I mean, I'd rather there to be a focus of losing my voice, I guess. I don't know. But like, I'd rather them focus on Thor than like Steve or Tony or Tony. Like I in like a regular Avengers 5, that's not all these characters coming back.
So it's just Thor 5.
I mean, I think Thor works better with a big ensemble like this. Like, look at like Infinity War. Like, that's my favorite Thor outing without a doubt. Yeah. We need to see Thor and Loki meet again. I think that will. I definitely.
Oh, they have to. Yeah.
I could also see a world where Thor dies in this movie. I see a world. I've said it for years. I'm like, well, they could do the flip of it where Loki holds Thor in his arms this time around, sort of thing.
The only thing with that is who takes up the mantle of Thor at that point is, I would have said Jane, but obviously she's dead too. So
I mean, Love, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Did you Agent Love?
I completely forgot about that.
She's in this movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, we saw her
still played by his daughter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, apparently she wasn't very happy filming. She just wanted to play and like go home and stuff, which I thought was funny. But I think we've spent enough time on this trailer. We talked about it in grave detail.
We talked about a 2.5-minute trailer for about an hour.
Yeah. But you know what? That's how I think. I think Avengers Doomsday is one of those trailers where that is just. When this came out, I was well, yeah, that's the episode. That's the main thing we're going to have to talk about.
Ooh.
A lot of people think they're going to pull the Thanos spine thing, but with Thor. What do you mean by that?
Do you know what he's talking about? Okay, hold on.
Is that like a comic grab? Okay.
I'll pull it up.
I may have seen it. I feel like once I see this, I'll be like, oh,
I feel like you have. You must have. Hold on. I gotta just open this up nice and big for us. Why can't I? Yeah, it's fine. We'll do it this way. I just want to try to open it larger, but I can't. That's fine, because it's off of Reddit. That's okay. There we go. Is Doom literally ripping out Thanos' spine? Yeah. Kind of a cool cover.
Could be.
Yeah.
If Josh Brolin is in this movie, I would prefer it to be Cable, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like with what we're doing with Nathan right now. Or, I mean, not Nathan, with Scott.
Yeah.
Like, I think I don't know if we've talked about this, but I think a big part of this movie are children. Like, all the main Avengers have children in this movie. Like, Love is in this movie. Cap is going to have a child in this movie. T'Challa Jr. will be in this movie. Franklin will be in this movie. Like, all these main heroes have children. I would not put it past them if they make Scott and Jean have a Franklin or a Rachel that get kidnapped along with them. Like, I could totally see something like that happen. Like, maybe we get double Cable action.
We've mentioned this before, but the animated movie, The Next Avengers.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
that was Ultron, not Doom, but very similar ideas, like post-apocalyptic future where the children of the Avengers are left to pick up the pieces.
Well, like, I think also you have, like, I think it's almost too late to make our, like, what we thought the Young Avengers were going to be the Young Avengers. Like, I think Kate Bishop, Kamala, Iron, like, they're all in their 20s, 30s now. Make them the champions, and then make these new kids the, like, new Avengers. Like, age them up a little bit in the new timeline, but make them, like, 10 to 12 sort of thing. You can have, like, or maybe even, like, 16, around that era. What's this really quickly, and then we'll move on to our shows. With this releasing today, I think we're getting Phase 7 8 reveals and X-Men casting announcement. Oh yes, let's do that. I want to talk about what we think we're getting at Comic-Con next week.
Okay.
I do think we're getting a timeline because on the little description,
another timeline.
I think we're getting another what's it called, slate. I think we're going to get the next couple years slate. This is typically when they, like, I think this is around the time we did it for Phase 4. And I think, if these movies are going to start going into production, they need to start getting, hey, what's after Secret Wars? Like, what are we building to after that? What are some projects, hypothetically? And this doesn't have to be based in, like, reality necessarily.
Okay.
But come Saturday, what are some projects you would like to see in a slate for either in between, if that happens, or post Secret Wars?
Okay. I mean, certainly Doctor Strange 3.
Mm-hmm.
Blade, of course. I mean, Ghost Rider / Midnight Suns. Something.
Okay.
Or something with Moon Knight, potentially. I want to know once and for all as well, are we getting a season 2 of Hawkeye? Or is this all going to just, like, be in, what are we doing with Mephisto and Ironheart and the end of that show? Are they tying that into Doctor Strange 3? Are they tying that into Champions, New Avengers? Where's that going? And then, oddly enough, would be a very interesting announcement. I want either another season of Defenders or a Defenders movie.
I can see it.
So,
I think.
I know you didn't say anything Fantastic Four, anything X-Men, but I feel like we're saving all of that for post Secret Wars. I don't think they're going to talk about that still right now.
I think this is probably just post Secret Wars.
I'm saying, like, I don't think they're going to tell us that kind of stuff until, well, I think
they have to. Like they have to start.
I guess you're right.
Producing and writing this stuff, or there's stuff to come out after. But then, like that's the secret, because, like, look back to going into Phase 4, they announced Hawkeye and stuff like that, like Hawkeye and Loki and, like, Falcon and the Winter Soldier before Endgame came out, and we're like, guys, this is spoilers. And we're like, yeah, whatever. Like deal with it.
Yeah.
Always coming back. I think.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right. No, I'm thinking too small, I feel like, I guess, then.
I'm going realistic. I think Black Panther 3 has been confirmed for a while. The script is done. They've been working on that. I think we get Black Panther 3 is officially on a schedule. X-Men, I think, is on the schedule. They don't have to talk about it. They can be like, hey, X-Men's coming. Maybe a date, maybe 2028, whatever. I think we got the Nova announcement last week. I think we typically see stuff like that where things start to sprinkle in before a big event like this. And it's like, oh, yeah, they confirmed that last week. So I think Nova might be on the list. Nova's also good because it's not necessarily a spoiler for anything. It's not like, oh, man, I thought Nova would die in Doomsday. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have it's separate. So they can do that. I mean, they could throw in like a Daredevil season 3, you know, because it is coming and it's like confirmed. Like you could put Wonder Man season 2 up on a thing. What's a wild card one? What's one that's like super left field? I do think a Doctor Strange 3 would be nice. I think it's time.
Doctor Strange, Reign of Mephisto.
I mean, I want a Champions Young Avengers thing. I want it so bad. I would take that over Doomsday and Secret Wars currently. That's a hot take. I know,
Eternals too.
Listen, I'd be happy for the people. People who love that movie. And I actually don't hate that movie. I think it's solid, actually. Shang-Chi 2 would be nice.
I think Spider-Man 5.
I mean, well, that wouldn't be Marvel. That'd be Sony.
I guess.
And they probably want to wait until Spider-Man 4 comes out. Even though it's going to do well. It's tracking to do...
Yeah.
It's going to make its opening, but it's going to make its entire budget opening weekend already.
I'm predicting probably like a 600 to 800 million is what I would say. I don't think it's going to quite break $1 billion unless
It's projecting higher than Toy Story 5 currently.
Oh, really?
It's
okay.
Like they're talking it might be the biggest of the year.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were there yet. I didn't know we were there with superhero movies again. Okay.
I think it's projected to be the highest opening weekend of 2026 so far. Iron Man 4 is not impossible.
Turned Armor Wars into Iron Man 4.
That's a real rumor that's going on right now. That they're going to switch the script or like the plot for Armored Wars into a Tony.
Here I've got a great title. It's called Forged in Iron. And you've got Ironheart, you've got Rhodey as a War Machine. You have Punisher in a War Machine suit. And Pepper and more Iron people.
Iron Lad. Right?
Iron Lad.
Which is a King variant, so they're probably never doing
that.
I think, here's one last prediction. I think we get at least one special presentation announcement.
I hope so.
That'd be nice. I don't know who.
Midnight Suns.
U.S. Agent movie. I think U.S. Agent dies. I don't think we're seeing.
I think we've been speculating on U.S. Agent dying for like 3 years now.
Oh yeah,
4 years.
I mean, I really like him, but I think he dies to prove himself as Captain America.
Count your days. Yeah, he's not gonna protect himself from much with that bent shield.
Captain Marvel 3, I want it, but I don't think so, unfortunately.
Well, the fact that she's nowhere to be found in any of this is interesting, I guess, as well.
I think
right?
They could be saving her for Secret Wars. I could see that.
But then that's again just a rehash of what we did last time. Is she skipped out on Infinity War, came in Endgame, was just like a weapon in their back pocket, didn't really do much like character wise, and was just
maybe
like
she's in
a
this
gun
battle
that they
world
pointed
stuff,
at Thanos.
Like maybe she's under the spell in battle. I don't know. I think Monica has to be in the movie, right? Like Monica and her mother have to be in Doomsday.
Because they're on
the X-Men world.
X-Men world, yeah.
But like, why hide them? I don't like. I like Monica, but she's not like holy shit, it's Monica kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would love it. I would love it. Miss Marvel. I don't think so. I think next time. I think if we do a Miss Marvel, it's Champions at this point. Like I think I'm done setting up Champions. You have planted the flowers, now let them grow. I want to just see them together. I'm done. What is it? Vision Quest is my last setup thing that I will accept for the Young Avengers. Like I know Vision Quest is going to do it, but low-key, there's a slim chance Captain Marvel could be in a Spider-Man could be in Spider-Man for a cameo, only because Brie has been in all of what's DDKS? Destin Daniel Craig's movies? Is that?
Oh, I guess yeah. Maybe I don't know.
Has she? Huh? I guess I never picked that up. What if the Champions Project is Miss Marvel season 2?
That works.
I guess, I suppose. I would prefer you just call it Champions at that point then, though.
Yeah.
I don't... I feel like that's like a marketing... Like, I feel like you're shooting yourself in the foot at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You got okay. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna move on. We've talked too much about Avengers, and we got some shows we got to go over.
Yeah, we gotta speed run these.
Yeah, although I think we'll be okay. I don't have a lot to say, at least on one of these.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are transitioning into our show talk. Our first of which being My Adventures with Superman. If you guys have not seen,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
If you guys have not seen My Adventures with Superman episode 6, I guess spoilers are ahead, right? Spoilers are ahead. If you count what happened this week as a spoiler. I mean, this season's been a tricky little bastard, I feel like.
Yeah.
This season,
I mean, this was certainly one of the episodes of the season.
This season, man, is like not bad, but it is kind of whiplash the season to me.
It has had some of the highest highs and lowest lows of the show.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
I think the first two were like, okay, these are fun. We're setting up the season, where it's going to go, setting the groundwork. Then episode 3 is like, yeah, this is going to be the silliest episode of the whole season. 4 and 5 were like, yeah, these are easily some of the best of the entire show.
Yeah.
And then episode 6 is like, nope, we're back with the silly. We're back with
it's like
the silly little goose.
They can't tell if they want to be like a serious Superman show or just like a Saturday morning cartoon, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm getting like I don't almost want to go as that far, but like Teen Titans Go style plots here, like just like very like silly, goofy, like You know
what? Teen Titans actually is a really good way to describe it. Not even Go.
Yeah, but just Teen Titans in general. Yes,
that original
you're right.
Teen Titans show is one of the weirdest shows of all time. Because you would have an episode about, like, one episode is like Beast Boy is battling like human tofu and they're taking over the world. Like, this human tofu is taking over the planet. And then the like next episode is like Slade is like emotionally tearing down every member of our team.
Yeah.
And Robin is going through the most traumatic event. Yeah. Like, it's very
His
similar.
Undercover is Red X.
Yeah, no, like it had such a tone thing where it's like,
yeah, it's like tonal shift. It's like it's like two different shows battling each other to like figure out what is gonna win. Which it's interesting.
It is very interesting, and again, it's not a bad thing. Like, this is, obviously this was supposed to air on Cartoon Network and stuff like that. And I think a lot of Cartoon Networks, actually, that's very like Cartoon Network coded. I'm watching like Steven Universe right now for the first time. And that show is very similar, where it can be very childish and very silly and very like, I was like, okay, I guess this is what I can expect. And then like the next episode is like, hey, we're tackling Stockholm syndrome and like trauma, and the characters are dying and dealing with all these deep issues. And so like, maybe that's just part of the course when you're watching like a Cartoon Network show, which I haven't done in a while, at least a more modern Cartoon Network show. There's some good stuff in here. I think there's some fun stuff in here. We're at an award show this week. Lois and was Jimmy up for something too? Was it Lois?
Yeah, and Jimmy? Lois and Jimmy were up for like, it was like a joint award.
And then Superman and Kara were up for. Sorry, yes. yeah, Superman and Kara, but not Clark Kent. Which,
yes,
I think that stuff was fun, right? I really liked the like. Superman is up for an award, but not Clark Kent. And I think
right, is Clark struggling with what is his life without Superman, and can he find enough fulfillment in what he's doing as just normal human Clark outside of what he's done as Superman? And he had to kind of try to be Superman without the powers this week, and from the audience perspective, it worked. Like, he saved the kids. They saved the city, they stopped the bad guy. Everything kind of worked out there, but Clark doesn't see it that way. He, at the end of it, was basically like, yeah, I don't have my powers. I tried to step in. I got shot and like didn't really
that was
do
crazy.
anything.
Yeah.
For a second there, with the shot with the glasses and the
It looked
blood,
like it
I
went
was like
straight through.
I was like, what did they just do here? Did they just kill Clark from some like random henchman and they're gonna have to do a full-on resurrection for him or something like that?
That'd
But
be
no,
crazy,
it was like a fake out. Again, it was a goofy episode. Yeah, and then Jimmy had another date who, if I had a nickel for every time Jimmy Olsen went on a date with a supervillain who wanted to turn everybody into like random animals, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I was pleased enough with the worms. Yeah, I was pretty chill in the episode until like Jimmy Olsen turned into a turtle and like Lois Lane is a cat, and
yeah,
we're
and
like,
Dr. Poison turned into a fox. Was that a fox?
Yeah, something.
And she's like laying there rolling around on the floor with like Turtle Jimmy, like, oh no, Jimmy Olsen, I'm so sorry it had to come to this, but my evil plans are way more important than our silly date tonight. And I'm like, okay,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it's, it's interesting for sure. I don't know. Jimmy's been interesting for me this season because I liked where we started with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think where we started the season, I was really liking. I liked this idea that like Jimmy was kind of letting her be herself and letting her go because she's not ready for a long-term committed relationship. That's fair. And I don't know. I feel like the more the season's gone on, we've kind of like lost the plot a little bit with it.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're like they had that conversation this week about like, I just thought you weren't interested in me. I'm like, that's not where we started at all. That's not the reason you said you weren't interested.
No, it was complete. Yeah, you're right. Is like I thought, oh well, this is good. They're finally talking, whatever. But no, you're 100% right. That's not even at all why this whole thing started in the first place. Is Jimmy was feeling insecure in that he wouldn't be enough for her because he was just a normal human. Not that he was afraid of showing his feelings or saying his... Yeah, that's not at all what the idea was initially.
And, like, not even that. She has been very clear about her feelings. Like, she's been very clear. I am into you. I want to date you. And you've been like, no, I am going on all these blind dates. And again, I liked that plot line when it was about you need to explore who you are before I hold you down to earth.
Yeah.
That's a really mature way of going about this. And we just kind of keep going around in a circle with it. And I think maybe they forgot where they started with it, maybe.
Yeah, it was a little... It just like it's almost like nobody's paying attention to the continuity of this season. I don't know. It's just like it you know what it almost screams to me is they had this great idea for this whole future plot with John and Lex and the death of Superman or lack thereof and all of this and that and whatever. And they were like, that's great, but that's maybe like 4 or 5 episodes worth of content. We need to stretch this out into an entire 10-episode season. Yeah. Let's figure out some random stuff, random nonsense to do in the middle of it. It's like that meme of, Moon Knight, like throwing a bunch of like moon batarangs. He's like, random BS, go. That sounds like what the writer's room did this season, which is like random side plot storylines. And 2, they kind of brought back as well after we just had so much character development over the last 2 weeks. Lois is back to like kind of flipping out over nothing and being a little like crazy for no reason this week. Like she was like really like random vendetta. Like it was kind of established in earlier seasons and stuff, but like I feel like she had grown a lot over the last couple episodes. And then she's just back to this vendetta with who was it, Vicky Vale?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was just, I don't want to say everybody feels out of character. It just feels like people's character development keeps getting thrown around to different stages,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like, I think the
Yeah.
only person that's been on a seemingly linear path this season has been Clark.
Clark, and even like Kara. Like, I haven't
Yes,
loved
that's
what
true
they've done
too.
with her with Jimmy, but like I really respect how they write her. Like I actually I really liked her this episode
Yeah,
where
I
she
think
comes
Kara has
around
been
and
written maybe the best out of anybody, especially
yeah.
after her little plot line with Jonathan last episode as well, or I guess the episode before.
Yeah, I love how nuanced she is as a character, where she doesn't. Again, like I think characters like this are sometimes hard to write, but she doesn't understand the idea of like beating around the bush. She just says how she's feeling, and I think the way she talks to Jimmy was very justified. Of like, how am I supposed to know how you feel if you're like why would you do all this if this is how you
Yeah.
truly feel? You
And she's
hurt
like,
my
stop playing.
feelings.
She said, what did she say? Stop playing your Earth games.
Which she's right. She is
Yeah.
absolutely right. She's absolutely right. And again, I kept being like, okay, Jimmy. Again, like I didn't have an issue with Jimmy's motivations in the second episode that we saw. I did have an issue that he didn't talk about his motivations to Kara. Like like they needed to have that conversation of like, listen, I really care for you. I really like you. This is why I don't think we should date right now. And he refused to do it, and instead, like she said, played these Earth games of like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make her jealous. It's like, this was your idea. This is what you wanted for
Yeah.
her. And like I understand that there are complicated feelings when it comes to crushes and relationships, and it's established early on that this is this is Jimmy's kind of first outing in the love space. He's not very experienced with it, and I think that's fair, but I think there's probably a better way of portraying that than, like you said, kind of throwing random bullshit to Jimmy and expecting it to stick. But no, I think Kara was great. I like that she kind of becomes full-time superhero around. I would like to lean into that a little bit more. I think it'd be cool to see. I would love, actually, if we have to do filler, give me like a whole episode where it's Kara having to fill in for the day, and it's like the day in the life of Kara from her perspective.
Yeah, make it a My Adventures with Supergirl for an episode.
Yeah, that'd be great to see like her struggling, trying to keep up with, before it was like, yeah, Clark, and she kind of just swoops in when Clark needs help, or with him at her side. Now she is the full-on superhero, and get to see the like city's perspective on Kara Chane from when she first started at the start. Like that's a really good episode, and you could technically still do that, but yeah, I don't know. This was a weird one. I liked it slightly more than the one, episode 3. I liked it slightly more.
The first Worms episode. Yeah, same.
Same.
We did also get a little bit more of a Bizarro this week as well. He did pitch in very slightly.
At a ice cream shop.
Yes. Yeah.
My friend. Right? I am wondering where we're going with that. I'm very curious. We have 4 left of the season. Is that correct?
Yeah,
so
this was 6, so yeah, 4 more.
Have you seen the promo for
I have seen the promo, yeah, so that's why
back?
I was about to say, do we want to answer Naruto's question here?
Do you think they've been taken to the future with the portal at the end? I think it's Mr. Mixie is back.
Yeah, I think it is
causing some stuff.
Purposefully misleading. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
next week could be very hit or miss for us, though. I feel like
that Mixie episode is one of my favorite episodes of the whole show. I love the first Mixie episode.
I did too. However, did you saw the synopses for the next 3 episodes for 7, 8, 9?
I did not. I only saw the promo.
Okay. So I saw the synopses for 7, 8, 9, and next week again sounds like another, I don't want to say filler episode, but like a side quest episode. And not that it would be a bad one, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do necessarily much, if anything, to progress that dark future storyline.
Yeah, I think next week is chill. I think next week is chiller. I could maybe see Mixie being the reason we get our powers back. Probably, maybe.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it if you want to look at them
Which
real quick.
I'm down with that. I'm curious. I'm curious if it is like,
Did I
is he
lose them?
drained of his abilities, or is it like I need to believe hard enough, and I'm like, is it like a mental block that he can't use his powers, or is it a physical? I have literally drained all of the red sun
I
out of my
think it's a
body.
bit of, I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a physically he's lost his powers, but also mentally he's not getting any of it back because he
Mm-hmm.
just isn't believing in himself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
So
interesting. I wonder what he thinks about his son, though. Right? Like, hypothetically, he has to. Well, I mean, I guess he would still have the like Kryptonian genes, even if he's powerless. I guess.
yes, it would almost be like a recessive trait.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, Clark was great. Supergirl was great. Bizarro was great. Everything else was another Wonder Woman villain. By the way, I know Wonder
Yeah.
Woman fans are not having a great time right now. They're being very disappointed, and it feels like the likelihood of ever getting a um, My Adventures with Wonder Woman is getting less and less likely as the time goes on.
Yeah. Are we peering into the future of what this Jimmy Olsen TV series is going to be in the DCU as well?
Oh,
Is it just
God.
going to be Jimmy Olsen accidentally randomly going on dates with supervillains?
Yeah, I'm not excited for that.
That would actually kind of work. Like it wouldn't, but I wouldn't put it past. Oh,
I mean, the difference is I actually like this version of Jimmy Olsen. I do not like
I
that
do
version.
too. But
I do not like that version.
But DCU Jimmy Olsen, that is literally his character. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next show. If you don't have any final thoughts, if we're
No,
done
I
with
think that's about it for my
it.
adventures.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, X-Men '97.
Yeah.
Episode 5.
That's why I wore the shirt. Magneto and Rogue. Let's go.
We're now over halfway through the season. We're now looking upon our final 4 episodes of season 2, which pains me. I waited 3 years and it's almost done already.
Yeah, I know. It's going by quick.
Oh my gosh. This was our midpoint of the way. Very similar to what we had last season, where we had a breather, a relaxer, a chiller episode.
Yeah.
Than before, but not a filler episode. I know a lot of people are calling this a filler episode. I definitely would not call it filler per se. Would I say it's my least favorite episode of this season?
Probably, in my mind.
I might agree, but I think that's only because I'm not a big Logan head. Like, I'm not a big Wolverine guy. If you like Wolverine, you will love this episode because it is a big Logan episode. We're dealing with Weapon X, we're dealing with the origins, we're dealing with Sabretooth, we're dealing with, references to stuff we haven't seen yet. And so I think if you like that stuff, this episode's right up your alley. Kaz, what was your thoughts on episode 5?
I mean, it kind of went the way that I thought it was going to. Also, did they change the name of this episode? Wasn't this a different title? Or am I just mistaking that?
I don't think so. I think it was the Weapon X and DVDs. I think
was that correct? That was the title that we got revealed to us before. Okay, I was mixing it up with a different title then.
My friend, or I guess our friend Jake, and I guess Anne Ronan too, reminded me that this is actually a reference to an episode in the original series, which is called Weapon. I think it's called Weapon X and VHSs, or like something like that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to look at the. Oh, is this it? Is this it right here? Yeah. Okay. Weapon X.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Lies and DVDs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Danger, EXE, Strange Land, Savage Heart. Okay, that's interesting for the Final Four. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I thought this was supposed to be the Danger EXE episode, and that they like changed the title of it or something. And I was like, "What? What happened there?" No. Okay. So get that out of my mind. So I don't agree with the it was filler. I think
yeah,
I would consider this to be more so a side quest, right? So think
sure.
of it like you're playing a video game. This is a piece of content that is not necessarily 100% required viewing to understand the main plot of the story. However, in order to get us back to kind of status quo with Logan, we need this little adventure in order to get him back to his adamantium claws. Like you could just look at the I guess previously on and be like, "Oh, okay, he metal claws are back, adamantium's back in his system. Doesn't really matter how he got them. Cool." But
Yeah.
it shows me that they want to tell a larger story, that there's some bigger story here at play. And there's a reason why we went down the route that we went down for him. I think possibly this episode even makes it a better argument from what we were talking about last week that potentially Logan could be a horseman because he does have that, that dark past, and there is still that distrust of not necessarily his friends in the X-Men, but in former allies turned enemies slash, not as close friends, I guess, anymore. But yeah, I think this was certainly the least involved episode, the most straightforward episode of the season, the most feeling like just your typical cartoon episode. Like it feels more like the episodes from the original series, not necessarily the like crazy hectic plot developing monstrosity episodes that we've gotten in X-Men 97 thus far. And not saying that in a bad way, but I do think, again, it's a very standalone. It is a side quest. It is off the beaten path, very similar to those Storm episodes last season. Literally the same idea, right? Storm lost her powers. She went on this little side quest to get those powers back.
Jubilee.
You have a little bit of carryover from that with, Forge coming over, this, that, and the other. Same sort of thing here. Logan lost the adamantium, goes on a side quest, comes back. Now him and Morph have kind of changed a little bit. Maybe we're going to get some carryover with certain characters, Sabretooth, certain characters that might play a larger role later on.
And I think I would even go as far to say I think it's almost even more important than let's say the Jubilee episode last season, where you can kind of skip the Jubilee episode for the outside of the Storm bits and you'll relatively be okay. That was,
I think you could almost even skip that whole episode entirely and just watch the second Storm episode.
Sure, a little bit, yeah. But I think this does big character stuff. This was a big character week, especially for Morph. I know everyone's calling it the Logan episode, and that's fair. I think it's more so a Morph episode, which this show has not done yet. The show has not had a dedicated episode to Morph, and I think very similar to what episode two was for Jubilee, and really thinking okay, we're going to expand upon this character. I think Jake said this exact thing, so I'm quoting Jake directly here. This is for what Jubilee was for Morph. That they're really dedicating that. And I think Morph is the highlight for me of this episode. Morph's journey has been very interesting. He was a very, 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 very small character in the original show. He was in the first episode and he died, and then he comes back once halfway through, and then he comes out again. He's in maybe 3 episodes, and he has not a lot of personality, and he's okay. Or I'm sorry, they're okay. But it was they were nothing to write home
kind of just
about,
a blank, more of a blank slate than anything.
Sure. Their death was more interesting than the character itself, and what that death meant was there's stakes in the show, and that was awesome. But they really brought this character in and made them this very important and very interesting character. And I think I think typically characters like this I'm not the biggest fan of. Like I think it's very easy to write a character like Morph, and they're the silly side character that makes jokes to like light up the show or whatever. And we've seen characters like this before. But Morph has such a nuance to them that I think is so interesting. They're a character that hides behind their powers and uses their powers and the humor to mask how they feel. And I gotta side. This is the only time I'll probably ever say this, but I personally have to side with Beau DeMayo on this one, in terms of his thoughts on Morph at the end of season 1. Like he reads that scene at the end of season 1 as Morph is confessing feelings for Logan. And I think this episode, to me, my X-Men, but to me, is kind of a more direct conversation in that story. I think this is a story of... not that we're ever actually going to go down that line with that storyline, but I think from Morph's perspective, he is being around someone that will never truly want him the same way.
Yes, and they paralleled that with the what was it, the warrior storyline, like the samurai thing, right? Is like a warrior that is, by his master's side, will do anything for him, but basically gets no recognition for what they're doing. And I think that is as far as they're willing to go.
Yes.
In the context of the show, whether you believe it one way or the other, I think that this is kind of their best way of representing it. It seems like, and I do really like their friendship, and it does seem like, I don't necessarily want to say it's a one-sided friendship, but certainly Morph is putting in a little bit more effort than Logan is, right? But I think it too is one of those scenarios where it's like you don't know what you have until it's gone, kind of thing. Is Morph is kind of seeing, hey, I'm doing all of this for my friend here, and he's not really reciprocating or appreciating any of it. So what is he going to do if I just cut off, right? Are you going to get a scenario where Logan then reaches out to Morph and asks for help, or to go on missions or train or this or that or whatever? Or is it just going to be it? Because I'm sure I've experienced these types of things before in my own personal life, where you make more of an effort to hang out or talk to somebody than they do, and you're like, okay, well, let's see if I stop reaching out. The phone works both ways, kind of thing, right?
And it's that cycle too. Like Logan he finds himself in the same position with Jean, right? So he knows what that looks like, and I don't think it's a malice thing. I think he's literally just blind to see how Morph feels. And I think the scene that really sold this episode is when he is like, when they are pleading with Logan, to be like, like, you helped me, and like you found me, and like you did all these things, and please come back to us. Nothing's getting through. Nothing they can do can get through. But he turns to Jean, and instantly, it has this reaction. And I think there's some really interesting commentary that Morph can be anybody. Morph, it doesn't matter what Morph is. It will always be Jean Grey. Jean Grey will always just have that place in his heart. And there's just no one, very few people at least, is going to be able to fill it like Jean Grey can. And yeah, I think that's definitely very interesting. And I think it's
a tough pill to swallow, right? That no matter what, Morph will never be Jean. And I think that's what they've had to realize this episode, and the fact that they are not Jean kind of is like, okay, then maybe I got to reevaluate what I'm doing here.
And I think also, like, I think the ending, I think there's like several layers to the ending of the episode, and like their conversation on the plane. I think Morph's eyes have also been opened up to what is Logan willing to do, and how far is he willing to take it. Like he did not tell Morph why they were going officially. He did not tell his old Weapon X teammates why they were going. he was just willing to let them die. Not necessarily Morph. Like, I think he would have ensured that Morph didn't die, but the fact that he just let these other
everybody
players...
else on the team was expendable.
Yeah.
And also, too, am I misremembering or what? In the context of the X-Men 97 universe, are Logan and Sabretooth supposed to still be brothers like they are?
I don't think they're brothers. No, I think that was only a movie thing.
That was only a movie thing. Okay.
I think that's one of the things people thought were dumb about X-Men Origins.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And that was that's almost like a Mandela effect in my mind. I'm like, okay, well, like that's just Sabretooth and Wolverine are brothers. Like that just they are. But okay, because I was like, oh, there's like no personal connection here whatsoever. It just felt weird to me.
They have like
that
a
makes
rivalry.
sense.
They have
it's more of a rivalry than a I don't know. Like I know that that's not necessarily something that you are a massive fan of, but to me, I always kind of liked that backstory in Origins. Right? Is that they were brothers that like fought through all these wars together and then slowly over time like grew apart because they, viewed the world in different ways.
I think it can work. I think the way they went about it wasn't my favorite though, if that makes sense. Like I think there's a world where that could work.
Yes.
I did really like the scene. This is a small little scene, but I really liked it when Sabretooth is like plugging in the like computers and stuff like that, and like he goes on a dialogue of like, if you don't evolve, like I am like 200 plus years old. If I didn't evolve, I would be dead by now. And I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah.
I like the idea of this almost like immortal being that like evolves with the times. Like that's
he's like get with the times or fall behind, basically is what he said.
Like you would never see Logan like typing on a keyboard and like hacking into a mainframe or something. And like Sabretooth is like, I can connect the, like he's not a genius, but like he knows his way around. I thought that was a really, really fun little detail.
Yeah, it was.
That was fun. I liked Xenomorph Logan. Thought that was really cool.
That'd be a cool Funko.
Sure. Yeah. Added some really nice stakes, I thought, to the episode. Like I thought it was a nice way to write them having to help Morph fix the situation, because they wouldn't have given a fuck. Like especially Sabretooth would not have cared with that whole situation. But it's like, if he gets out, if he goes out there, we're all dead. He's going to take over the world in like a week. There's nothing that can stop him. And so we have to put him back in the tank, and the like Weapon X program itself will kill the thing, but it won't kill Logan, kind of thing. And I thought that was
because it can't survive. Well, Logan can survive the adamantium, but it can't.
I just realized missed opportunity for an actual xenomorph. That's funny.
Huh.
That's funny. That's very funny.
Speaking of Morph, better time to mention it than now. Yeah, Deadpool cameo.
And what was honestly more exciting to me, Spider-Man was back.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, you're right.
He
does
the swinging around. Also, Ben Grimm cameo too.
Yeah. Well, also too, it was kind of funny during the Spider-Man portion of it, like the tentacle arms coming out, like it reminded me, it looked like Spider-Man versus Doc Ock for a second. Yeah,
I mean, again, they keep building out this world of characters. We've had now 2 Fantastic Four members and Spider-Man officially, and like I mean, we've had Spider-Man previously, but like still, like
right.
I don't know, man. It feels like they're going really hard on the event. I know I said that
they are. It would be so nice to see a real Avengers animated show or something from them.
I'd like to see it. I know some people would prefer Spider-Man, and I get it. I know people want that show back, but I don't know. Just throw Spider-Man in with it. I don't know. I feel like we can have best of both worlds here. But yeah, I mean, again, not a crazy episode. Again, not a filler episode, but also not a. I think it was pretty important, and obviously now Logan has his claws back. I also like. There's, I think, some commentary with Logan and his claws too that I really like. Like, there's almost this Stockholm syndrome, I think, effect with with the Weapon X program that I think is
If you're
interesting.
nothing without the adamantium, then you shouldn't have it.
Kind of like I like that Weapon X is such a strong piece of Logan's trauma, right? There's always this deep trauma connected to it, and
Right.
like there's a world where with what Magneto did could have been seen as a blessing. This thing that has haunted him all these years, these hundreds of years. I mean, not hundreds of years, but like all these years at this point.
Yeah.
Could have been seen as him being set free. And I think it's interesting. I think we see this a lot, where it's like our trauma can hold so tight that we don't know what to do without them. We don't know how to operate without the things that have been holding us down. I don't think Logan knows how to operate without this trauma and this past. And he feels like he needs to be the Weapon X program. Like there's that fantastic line where it's like, not all of us can be multiple things. Like some of us are just one thing. It's like, is this the one thing you want to be though? Like this killing monster? Like, and that's so, I think that's really, really good character work. And again, why I can't call this a filler. I know some people it's filler, but I'm like, that's not a line for a filler episode. It's not.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think overall very very good episode. Again, maybe because it didn't have as much to do with the overall plot, it won't be viewed at the same level as what we got previously this season. But again, I think it's a good breather. It's a good reprieve from all of the craziness that has gone on thus far, and it makes me even more excited to see where they take the rest of the season.
Me too. I feel like we are now in the end game of the season, if you will. Like I think this is probably going to work as almost a 4-part finale, if you will. Which look at 4 hour or 30 minutes per episode. That's like a movie. So we have about 2 hours left of the season.
Very similar to what they did last season. It seemed like it was those really the last 3, but episode 4 kind of dove into it briefly in the end. So
I agree. I'm curious to see Logan's reaction to Magneto not being there. What's Rogue's reaction? How's Charles going to be holding up? What's Bishop's plan with all the it's going to be the first time we see our team together as a unit for the first time all season. So that's going to be very exciting. To see how we wrap up these next couple of weeks. Yeah. I think that's all I have. I think that's all we got today.
Yeah.
Taz, anything you're working on? Anything you would like to shout out, promo? Anything you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, I guess just cooking in the pipeline. That Black Flag resynced video. That will be out eventually. Like I said, I'm not going to rush it, but just know that is something that I am currently working on in the background. And I want it to be a little bit more of a higher production than what I've put out recently. So it's going to be more so like the video essay style of content. So like I said, spending a lot of time just getting some footage, getting some thoughts together, and then want to throw together a nice little video for it.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Hope that goes well. Excited to see it. We'll be back. What's the date for next week? What's next
27th? Yeah, the 27th.
27th. So that will not be Batman. The Batman will be the following.
Week. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Caped Crusaders coming back soon.
Caped Crusaders coming back. It's been a slow July. I think it's been a very last month and a half has kind of been just Superman, X-Men, but Lanterns is coming up. I'll probably do some stuff on Ted Lasso here soon. That's about to come back. Actually, I haven't mentioned on here. I did finish my rewatch of Ted Lasso. So good, so great, love it to death. Great stuff. But yeah, we'll be back next week with X-Men 97, My Adventures Superman, and obviously we'll have a Comic-Con recap of all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you doing anything for Comic-Con this week?
Yeah, all our friends. I don't know if you know how many people are going. Most of our friends are out at Comic-Con.
I was gonna say, it seems like a lot of people are going this year.
So on one side of it, I'm sad I won't be there. But on the plus side, I will be here to cover it. So I might do a stream on Saturday as the panel and stuff happen. I will say, I can promo it Wednesday. Since all our friends are at Comic-Con, I'm hosting Council of Creators this week. So
nice.
Come see the like 3 of us that aren't going to Comic-Con this year as we talk some fun stuff. And then Thursday, Pipeline Podcast. Odyssey this week. My friend Everest back on the show. We're coming out tomorrow. Some other stuff probably. I don't know. We just be making stuff these days. Yeah. Appreciate it as always, fellas. Appreciate you, Harrison. Hope you're having a great one. Any new guests, any new people that are watching for our Avengers coverage, subscribe. That'd be awesome. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We do this every Monday.
Guys.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys later.